So we are going to cover 6.5 today, and in 6.5 you're going to take and apply what you've been learning about multiplying, adding, and subtracting these polynomials with one another, and we're going to apply it to geometry situations. So it says, this one here says, write an expression to represent the area of the figure. Our figure here, number one here, is a rectangle. So to find the area of a rectangle, just use your formula for that, and you know that's to be length times width. So now you can just plug your length and your width into that. Well, our length there is x plus 4, and our width there is 2x minus 5. So now we can just simply go ahead and FOIL that out. So we got x times 2x there is 2x squared. We got 4 times 2x there is plus 8x. And then we got x times a minus 5 is a minus 5x. And 4 times a minus 5 there is a minus 20. Now we can just simply combine our like terms. So 8x minus 5x there is 3x minus 20. So there's our nice area for our rectangle, 2x squared plus 7, 3x minus 20. Number 2, if you notice here, we're supposed to find the area of this figure, and we've got an area of a triangle. So to find the area of a triangle, we can simply do 1/2 the base times the height. And our base in this case is 4x minus 3. So we can do 1/2 times 4x minus 3. And then our height there makes a 90-degree angle there with the base there, and sure enough it does, and your height there ends up being 3x minus 2. So I'm going to go ahead and FOIL out that 4x minus 3 and that 3x minus 2, and then I'm going to go ahead and distribute the half through. So 4x times 3x there is 12x squared. 4x times a minus 2 here is a minus 8x. Inner terms here, negative 3 times 3x here is a minus 9x. And last term's negative 3 times a negative 2 here is plus 6. Simply now combining those middle terms there, we end up here with 1/2, and then parentheses here, 12x squared minus 17x plus 6. So it's up to you how you like to do that too. We probably want to distribute it through. So 1/2 times 12 here is 6x squared. And then negative 17 divided by 2, I'm just going to say 17/2 x. And then 1/2 times 6 here is 3. So there we have it, 6x squared minus 17/2 x plus 3. So distribute that 1/2 through the parentheses there, gives us the area of our nice rectangle there, or triangle there. Number 3 says to write an expression to represent the area of figure. Again, we have a triangle here. So area of a triangle, 1/2 the base times the height. Our base here is x plus 3. Our height there is 2x minus 1. So we're going to go ahead now and FOIL out that x plus 3 times that 2x minus 1. So x times 2x here is 2x squared. X times a minus 1 here is a minus x. 3 times 2x here is plus 6x. And 3 times a negative 1 here is a minus 3. Combining our middle terms there, we get 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. And then I'm going to distribute that 1/2 through the parentheses there. So 1/2 times 2x squared is just x squared. 1/2 times 5 there is 5/2, and then x. And then 1/2 times a minus 3 here is just a minus 3/2. So there it is, x squared plus 5/2 x minus 3/2. And then this one here, write an expression to represent the area of the figure. This figure here is called a trapezoid. There's 4 sides here, and there's 2 pairs of lines here being parallel. That 3x minus 1 and that x are parallel lines. The other 2 sides there are not parallel to each other. To find the area of a trapezoid there, we do 1/2, take the sum of the bases there, and then multiply that by the height. So basically you add your two bases together, divide by 2, and multiply by your height. So let's go ahead and let's take our two bases here, so 3x minus 1, and we're supposed to add x, and then times our height, which is 2x plus 2. I'm going to combine my like terms there inside the parentheses there, that first set of parentheses. So 3x plus 1x gives me 4x. And I still have it times 2x plus 2 out here. Up to you. Probably just want to go ahead and FOIL this part out here, or you could take a half times one of these. It's up to you first. I'm just going to do the 1/2 last here, since I'm just going to FOIL it first. It makes it easier to do the half at the end in case there's any fractions. So 4x times 2x here is 8x squared. 4x times plus 2 here is plus 8x. Negative 1 times 2x here is minus 2x. And then my last term is negative 1 times 2 here is a minus 2. I'm going to go ahead and combine my middle terms here. Combining my middle terms there, I get plus 6x. And then I'm going to distribute that 1/2 through. 1/2 times 8x squared here is 4x squared. 1/2 times 6 here is plus 3x. And 1/2 times a minus 2 is a minus 1. So 4x squared plus 3x minus 1 ends up being the area of that trapezoid. It says write an expression to represent the area of this figure here. And this figure here being a square here. So we've got 8x plus 6 there. We've got 8x plus 6 here. So area here is equal to, if you remember how to do that, it's your base times your height there. Square baseball diamond, good. So we can go ahead and take our side times our side, or our length times our width there for the square. So you get 8x plus 6 times 8x plus 6. So multiplying those, folding those out, 8x times 8x here is 64x squared. So that's our first terms here, and then we got our outer terms here, so 8x times 6 here is 48x. Inner terms, 6 times 8x there is 48x. And last term, 6 times 6 here is 36. And then combining those middle terms there, we get 64x squared plus 96x plus 36. So there's the area of our square baseball diamond, so it's a square. So these angles here at the corner should be 9-degree angles each time. Your turn, you're going to go ahead and write an expression to represent the area of the figures here. First one's a trapezoid, the second one there is a rectangle. So follow the formulas we just found for finding the area of a trapezoid, and then follow the formula for finding the area of a rectangle there. And I'll give you a few minutes to do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and find the area of this trapezoid. Area of a trapezoid is 1/2 times the sum of the bases times the height. Alright, sum of the bases here is 8x plus 10. They're the two lines that are parallel to each other, plus 4x plus 7. Times our height out there, and our height is the one that makes the 9-degree angle there with the base, and that would be our x plus 2. So area here, gonna go ahead and combine my like terms inside the parentheses here. 8x plus 4x there is 12x. And then I got this 10 plus 7 there is 17. And then I have times x plus 2. So I'm going to simply FOIL those out. First terms here, 12x times x there is 12x squared. Outer terms, 12x times 2 is 24x. Inner terms, 17 times x there is 17x. And then last terms here, 17 times 2 here is 34. So now go ahead and combine your like terms here. x plus 34. And then last thing you want to do is distribute that 1/2 through. So 1/2 times 12x squared, there's 6x squared. 41 halves there, doesn't come out nicely, so I'm just going to leave it as 41 halves x. And then a half of 34 here gives us 17. So there's the area of our trapezoid. And now let's come over here and let's look at the area of a rectangle as well. Area of a rectangle we know to be the length times the width. Well, our length there is 3x plus 6. Our width there is 5x minus 8. And now we can simply just FOIL this out. So 3x times 5x here is 15x squared. Outer terms 3x times minus 8 is a minus 24x. Inner terms 6 times 5x is 30x. And last terms here is 6 times a minus 8 there, which is negative 48. Combining the middle terms here, we end up getting 15x squared plus 6x minus 48. So there we have the area of our rectangle. So I'm going to stop it there for now and have you start working on the 6-5 worksheet there. And on the 6-5 worksheet, you are going to complete numbers 1 through 6 there.